And what about the Grand Canyon? It's not about bragging to people, oh, I did this. It's not about that at all. I woke up this morning and I decided I'm not gonna go running today. I just didn't want to. It just didn't feel like it. Then I started thinking about everything I'm working for and working towards, and got a little motivation, so I decided to come out here and do it anyways. I'm on Dynamite Trail and I'm headed towards the saddle, and then I will start my descent back to the parking lot. I'm just doing a short run today. This morning I had planned on not even coming out here. I just didn't feel like it, and truth be told, I'm a little discouraged, having a little bit of an injury. So I'm backing it off a little bit. I'm not going as far today, but I'm running a little harder, and so far so good. My hip is feeling fine, and my knees are feeling great. But I'll continue to work that out. So, but in my video last week, someone made the comment, basically said, less training, more confidence building. Your fears are holding you back. And we chatted back and forth a little bit, and I know that comment was definitely coming from a place of encouragement and a sincere desire to want to help. And it has me thinking a little bit about that, and I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit, about fears, about my fears, and whether or not they're holding me back. And I would also say, too, I need to kind of sort of answer that comment a little bit and say that, for me, training is confidence building. Training does build my confidence. Injuries don't, but training does. In order to go to do what I'm wanting to do, I'm just not physically in the place where I need to be in order to do it. To the Grand Canyon, rim to rim to rim, run it in 16 hours. And I know that's not the fastest time in the world. I know that other people have done it way faster than that. But for me, that's kind of the edge of my limit. And that's what I'm working towards. So on this topic of fears, what are my fears? Well, first thing that comes to mind is I fear living a mediocre life. I fear living a life of no consequence. I fear not making a difference. I fear missing out on my calling. I fear being average. I fear not actually living every day that I'm breathing. I don't want to just exist. And when I think about it, that's actually that fear. Those fears are some of my most powerful motivators. That's the reason I'm out here today. I didn't want to run today. I'm so glad that I did, though. It's such a good day and I feel great. A lot better than I thought I would. And that fear of missing out is kind of what got me here. I fear if I don't put in the work, that I won't make the progress that I want to make. That's one of the things I fear. And that, as I've examined it, I realized those are pretty healthy fears. They're good fears. They motivate me to do better. Now, I don't dwell on those things, right? It's all balanced with, those are motivations of moving away from, right? Moving away from a result that you don't want, right? When I say I don't want to have a mediocre life, right? That fear, moving away from that doing things so that I don't have that result. That's a moving away from motivation. But moving toward motivations, like moving towards something, working towards a goal, is so much better. And you have to have a balance, a healthy balance of both. What am I working towards? My primary motivator moving towards goal? Well, you can flip a lot of those and say it this way. I want to move towards living a life of significance. I want to live a life where I'm fulfilling my calling to do something to better the world, to do something to make a difference. And what about the Grand Canyon? When it comes to the Grand Canyon, I want to prove to myself that I can do something that I once thought was impossible. It's not about bragging to people, oh, I did this. It's not about that at all. For me, several years ago, when I tried to do the Grand Canyon the first time, rim to rim to rim, and I failed going up the North Rim, I saw some trail runners coming down. And this was in 2015. And I saw these trail runners, and I thought to myself, I could never do that. I could never do that. So here I am doing it. So that's one of my primary motivators, is I am working towards improving my physical, mental, spiritual, emotional condition. And I'm using the Grand Canyon as my chosen sort of method, my exercise program, my training program for doing all of those things. And so one of the biggest motivators to me in this whole effort is to prove to myself that I could do something that I once thought, not only thought, but knew was impossible for me. And one by one, step by step, workout by workout, video by video, I'm getting closer and closer to making that happen. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope there was something in it that sparked your mind to maybe re-examine your fears, examine your motivators. Are your fears helping you move forward? Are they propelling you forward, or are they pulling you back? Fear can be a very important tool if you can use it to propel you forward. And what are some of your moving toward motivators, right? The goals that you have, the aspirations, the desires that you're moving towards. Are they serving as a magnet? Are they daunting? Are they overwhelming? What are they for you? Maybe put a comment down below. I'd be interested in hearing that. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you will. I have a lot of other videos planned. I'm going to be doing some keto videos. I'm going to be doing some videos on sort of tips, some borderline how-to, like some of the things that I've learned along the way, because I think some of that stuff might be interesting and beneficial to people. I might review some of the gear that I've been using, though I really don't want to create a review, channel too much, but I don't know. Some people might be curious about that stuff. I'm also going to do a video on how to film yourself running. It's easy, but it's not easy. So one of these days I'm going to do a video on that. So if you're interested in that, let me know. So hopefully you'll subscribe, hit the bell icon so you'll know when those videos are coming out. And, give me a comment below, let me know, if any of that stuff would be interesting. Hope you have a wonderful week. Happy Thanksgiving. And I guess we're coming up on Christmas. So Merry Christmas as well.